All right, what's up, tycoons? What's up, traders? Super excited for today's video. Gonna give you guys a viewer request and break down MNW. This is the Morpheus network. I do viewer request every single week. So if you want to see your ticker in the next video, make sure to comment below. We're going to break down some of the things we looked at on the last chart and the last time that I made a video on Morpheus network. Really break down a couple of chart patterns or one in particular. We're going to go over how to use the relative strength index to find possible buy signals, looking for bullish divergence. And then we're going to look at the MACD to look at potential sell signals and really just cover both of those. And then we'll break down the bullish price targets we have, the main support levels we're looking at, and then we're going to look at the fibs and use the fibs to figure out if we are in a trend continuation where we get a healthy retracement and then a follow through with the trend. So that can be either a downtrend or an uptrend. At this particular time, we're looking for an uptrend continuation. So we're going to break it all down and you'll learn how to combine signals, basically your weapons. Okay. All of these signals can be used as weapons in the battle of trading. Okay. Trading's like going to battle. It's like going to war. The more weapons you have on your side, the better weapons you have at your disposal, then, the higher odds you have and the greater your chances of success. Okay. So that's why we're making this video and we'll just get straight into it. Okay. So previously here in the past, we had a bullish chart pattern known as a falling wedge, and that's going to be indicated by these two trend lines right over here. Okay. And we're basically zigzagging in between these two trend lines. Okay. And you're looking for a breakout to the upside. Now we ended up getting our breakout and we ended up hitting our bullish price targets very beautifully. Okay. But what I want to highlight is that we had a low here, right? And a lower low right here, right? So the token is going in a downtrend, right? It's definitely going down, getting lower in price. But if we take a look at our relative strength index, which obviously this is going to measure the relative strength of a token at its given price. If you're not familiar with it, that's what the RSI does. And we can see that it's actually making a low and then a higher low. So the relative strength is in a slight uptrend, meaning the relative strength of this token is actually getting slightly bigger as the token is decreasing in price. This is an indicator you may see some bullish activity in the future. It's not 100% guaranteed. There's no 100% guarantees, but it's something that you can use. So you basically combine this with your bullish chart pattern. And now you have two things indicating that we may see some bullish activity, right? And if you were able to get in off of that initial bullish divergence and ride it through the breakout to the upside, that was a 680% play. Okay. And that's not, doing, contracts or perpetual contracts or anything. That's just, the actual price action of the token. So amazing move there. Now you can also, there is some tools for sell signals, right? And one we'll look at right here is the MACD sell signal. And it's basically going to be this blue line. So when you see this blue line cross below the orange line and start trading below the orange line very sharply, that's an indicator you may have some bearish activity in the future. And if we take a look at where that MACD sell signal came in, okay, we ended up dropping huge, over 77% off of that MACD sell signal. So anytime you see the blue line come up and cross below that orange line, that's definitely something to be cautious of and a good time to put some risk management on and protect your trade. Now, we can come over here and there's another good example of the MACD sell signal. And it ended up coming before all of the news with Sam Bankman-Fried. One thing I want to highlight is that price action always precedes news. And a lot of times news is just the catalyst that either that tends to really play out the setup that you're looking at. So specifically what I mean here is we can take a look at our MACD sell signal over here. And what we see is that it comes in right about here. Okay, so this is right about here. This is, right before November. This is around Halloween time. And then we consolidate a little bit and then boom, we get those nasty days where the entire cryptocurrency market sold off on the collapse of FTX. Okay, and originally the collapse of the FTT token. And again, that was another sharp sell-off. So here's our sell signal right here. And we end up dropping over 40%, nearly 45%. Okay. But it's not all doom and gloom. We're actually holding our three main levels that we need to hold to continue an uptrend. Okay. So these are going to be the fib levels. This is the 38.2, the 50%, and the 61.8%, which is the golden ratio. Now, these numbers exist all throughout the stock market, the cryptocurrency market, even nature and life itself. So these numbers are very powerful, right? And they hold a lot of weight to them. So if we can take a look at our most recent example, okay, over here, we're looking to see if we're going to continue this uptrend. So what we're doing is we're taking our swing low up to our swing high. We have a uptrend right here. And then we pull back, we retrace, and look at where we hold support right there at the 61.8%. So we come up, we retrace, and boom, we get an explosion and a continuation of the trend. So currently what we're doing is we are testing the 61.8% level again, right? If we take a look here, we're basically just really holding the line here, all right? And we're struggling to get above the 50%. But again, we're seeing a big move up. We're seeing a healthy retracement. And then if we don't break through, so if we break through these levels, we're going to head down to our three main support levels, 0.94, 0.78, and 0.57. Okay, we do see the MACD slightly trying to curl up above the blue line, above the orange line. We could be getting a possible buy signal here. Okay, now it hasn't happened yet, so we're really just watching to see, are we going to pull up, retrace, and continue and head up higher? We have our bullish price targets to the upside. We have 159, 195, and then 218. Once we come up to these levels, then we can go ahead and reassess and come up with some new bullish price targets. But for now, these bullish price targets are still pretty valid. They were well respected in the past when we had that very nice rally. And if not, right, if we don't get the retracement and then continuation, what we'll see is something like this: boom, 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 right? And that's what we'll do, where we'll bounce off the retracement levels, try to recover, try to break out, and ultimately end up breaking the 61.8% level, which is right around 1.10. Okay, so 1.10 I would say is a really, really key level. If we break below 1.10 and start trading below there, most likely we're going to head down to 94. 0.94. And if we break above, I would really say 1.51 to about 1.59, that's when we can have a little bit of some confirmation that we may actually have gotten our healthy retracement and be continuing the uptrend. So things are still a little bit in the wash right now, but hopefully you learned something new, right? We went over the falling wedge chart pattern. We went over some bullish divergence on the relative strength index. We took a look at some of the MACD sell signals and how there was very big moves to the downside after those MACD sell signals. So hopefully you learned something new. And if you did, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll be putting videos out every single week. And don't forget about the viewer requests, because I try to do at least 2 or 3 viewer requests every single week as well. So that's it for today's video. Appreciate you watching, and I'm out.